Hi, my name is Justin, aka Ghost Reader, and today I'm going to talk about some graphic novels that I picked up and I'm going to be reading or have read already. What's this? 4 months into 2019, so here we go. One book that I picked up because of Jesse from Jesse Bowties and Books on it. I wanted to know if anybody else was reading it and decided to pick it up. Was Isola. Isola by Brendan Fletcher and Carl Kerschel. I never heard of this book before. It's from Image Comics, and basically what the story is so far is basically, I'll just read the back here. It's an evil spell has been cast on the Queen of Mar, and her captain of the guard will do anything to reverse it. Their only hope lies on the island half a world away, a place known in myth as Isola, land of the dead. A lavish new fantasy series from acclaimed storytellers Brendan Fletcher, New York Times bestselling author of Batgirl of Burnside, and Carl Kerschel, Eisner award-winning artist of Gotham Academy and the Abominable Charles Christopher. And so basically, this is about a journey of this girl here and her queen, who is actually in the form of a tiger. You are in the beginning are not given any information as to why she is a tiger, and where and exactly why they're going where they're going. And I just have to say that this was a very good read. The artwork in this is like just absolutely amazing. The colors are very good as well. And I just really thoroughly enjoy reading it. I enjoyed the mystery of it, because you find out like how she became got into the form of a tiger, but you don't really know why. And I just like the relationship between these two characters because and this I think is really well done by the writer and the artist of this, is that these two characters, even though the captain of the guard is doing a lot of talking to her queen can't respond because she is a tiger, so she can only really respond in looks, and all of that is captured in the great artwork done by the artist on this book, Carl, and he does a really good job at capturing the nonverbal expressions that the queen gives to her companion. And this is just a really good book. It was drawn really well. And this is actually a book that I will probably pick up the second volume of. I haven't been picking up a lot of graphic novels lately, but this is something that when the second one comes out, I'm definitely gonna pick up the next one. And there are very few comic series. I'm picking up volumes 4 if they like come out, and this is definitely gonna be one of them that I'm adding to that list. Next is Paper Girls Part 3. This is volume 3, and the thing is, I've had volume 4 since BookCon of last year. Actually, Cliff Chang, who is the artist on this series, he actually signed it and drew like a small doodle in the book for me, and I've been waiting to read it, but I haven't. I was waiting to pick this up, the third volume, before I read the fourth volume. So basically, Paper Girls is about these four newspaper girls who are delivering newspapers in the neighborhood and get caught up in this weird and wacky series of events where they're like time travelers, and they're getting and then they start to travel through time, and then there are people after them, and so it's about their wacky adventures and trying to fix things back at home, because things back at home aren't going out so well, and they're trying to figure things out as they're going through time and things like that. So I'm definitely finally have volume 3, so I can finally read volume 3 and then also read volume 4 once I finish this volume. The next book that I picked up, I kind of picked up on a whim because I went to the comic shop and I didn't really know what I wanted to read. But my friend had told me about this particular volume of Batman, which is the Court of Owls, that Batman's Court of Owls. It is written by Scott Snyder and drawn by Greg Capullo. And this was part of the New 52 Batman, and DC was doing New 52. And this uh, was such a good read. I'm so glad I picked it up. My friend definitely did not disappoint when he said to pick this up. Basically, well, Bruce Wayne is Batman, and he feels like he knows his city. And he's kind of at the top of his game. And then all of a sudden, it seems that this mythical, like children's nursery rhyme enemy, the Court of Owls, is at large in Gotham. However, Batman kind of discounts it because he's looked for them and he hasn't, in all his time in Gotham, he knows the city. He hasn't never seen this mythical Court of Owls. And it turns out that the Court of Owls are actually really real. And he has to struggle with them in this first volume here. And this was just simply, the writing for it was just simply amazing. The artwork was great. Snyder has been a frequent writer of Batman, and I've read some of his stuff, but this is probably the best that I've read. Not that I've read much of Snyder, but this is kind of the best of his work that I've read. He did a really good job with just bringing in the Court of Owls, how he set it up, how he set up the struggle between them and Batman, which wasn't just a physical struggle, but also a mental one as well. It's always great when they delve into like Batman's psyche. So definitely will be picking up the second volume of this series. This came out like a while ago, so and my shop has like I think like the whole of this run that of Batman. So I'm definitely gonna be picking up the second series because I need to see what happens because you're kind of left on the big cliffhanger. So yeah, so that's Batman Court of Owls. And the next and last book is a book that was given to me, I think, as a birthday present by the same friend who recommended Batman Court of Owls, and that is Neil Gaiman's The Sandman, Endless Nights. And this was actually, so far in this book, I've read the introduction and I started the first story. And this is like a collection of short stories featuring the Sandman and other people in his universe, or other of the Endless in his universe. I know nothing of the Sandman series. I know nothing about the world or anything about the Sandman series. But my friend recommended this to me. It's kind of just like a introduction to it. And so I read the introduction, and the introduction was really interesting. It basically talks about the fact that Neil Gaiman was really proud of the fact he got to work with all these great people these are all the artists here on these stories, and so yeah, so these are the stories about in the set in the Sandman universe. I don't think they're all necessarily about the Sandman, but kind of about some of the Endless, who from the introduction I get are beings that they're not gods per se, but as long as like human beings are around and are doing things, that they will always be around too, and that as long as their humans believe in them, or have some belief in them, that they will. Well, actually, no, it's not even belief, because that's what the gods are. As long as humans believe in them, like they will be. But the Endless, on the other hand, will always be. From what I got from the introduction. So yeah, so this is my first time reading the Sandman, so I really look forward to delving further into this. I'm not sure if I'll pick up any of the other the Sandman series. I may have to actually do some extra reading to kind of get like what's going on in this book. But yes, this will be my first time delving into the Sandman universe, so I hope it's really good. Like I said, I started the first story, and it's been intriguing so far, so I hope it makes to be a good read. So that is it for me. Those are some of the graphic novels that I've read and I am going to be reading this coming month and in the future. I'll probably be picking up some more, as I said. Definitely will be picking up Isola Volume 2 when it comes out, because I don't think it's out yet. Also, Volume 2 of Court of Owls. And definitely will be enjoying my look into more of the Sandman universe and the 2 volumes of Paper Girls. So if you like this video, if you like graphic novels, let me know what your favorite is down in the comment section below. If you read graphic novels, which I think you should at least try at some point, if not like the superhero ones, more like things like Mouse, Essex County, which is a great one, The Sculptor, Persepolis, which I actually have but haven't read yet. I'm definitely going to get into that. So yeah, definitely take a shot at graphic novels. They can be really good. And in some instances, I say even better than books out there. So if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you want to see more videos from me, please subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at GhostReads28, and also I have a link to my Goodreads down in the description box below. So as always, keep reading.